All right, welcome back to the Starfighter podcast with Dom and Jake. We've got a special episode for you guys today. We're doing our first tier list episode. We're starting with the MCU films. But before we get started, Jake, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. Doing great. Just hanging out, ready to get this debate going with you about which movies
I
aren't good and
know.
which ones are. It's exciting.
Yeah, and I think if we have some people watching live, um, I'm sure they'll give us their opinions. Maybe they'll even help us do our ranking. So that'll be fun. And then also, if you guys are watching on the replay, you can still leave us your comments or even send us a link to your tier list. You guys can also make one, and we'll check them out as well. But yeah, also, one more thing before we jump into it. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You can follow us on the podcast feed, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. Check us out over there. Leave us those 5 stars. We appreciate it. But yeah, man, is there anything else before we get started? Anything else exciting happening in movie news? We thought we would change it up for this week because there hasn't been a whole lot going on, but anything noteworthy that you've heard?
Some stuff dropped today. There's
Yeah.
going to be a Mortal Kombat 2. If you're a Mortal Kombat fan, there's going to be a second one. It's coming. I'm excited about it. And there's also this week, I think as well, a new trailer that dropped for Andor. Not brand new, but some new things in the trailer. So gotta go check that out if you guys are interested in Star Wars and all that stuff. It's gonna be probably one of my favorite series, right below Mandalorian. But so I'm excited about that, and that's pretty much all I got that's like exciting for me that's going on.
Did that just drop, the new Andor trailer?
Yeah. I think it was yesterday or today, I believe. So we're gonna see. But
Yeah, 'cause maybe we'll check that out because I haven't seen it.
but
Which
yeah,
is
I haven't
weird.
seen it. Yeah, I haven't seen it either. So, but that's what I've been told. And then, yeah, remember Saturday? I think it's around 1 or 4. It's gonna be I think it's 4 Eastern, 1 Western. It's gonna be the Marvel huge thing that they do. So hopefully they announce some stuff and bring us some trailers. I know that they just wrapped on Blue Beetle, so I'm pretty sure that's Marvel. Blue Beetle is gonna come. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah, Blue Beetle,
Oh,
I think
that's right.
something else they just wrapped. Yeah. So there's gonna be maybe some new trailers that hopefully come out, but honestly, I'm not expecting it. And if they do come out, just forewarning to everybody that's out there, probably not the best CGI in this trailer if they show one. But they do have a couple of movies that just wrapped, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully, we get a Wakanda Forever trailer too. I believe that's coming as well, so that'll be exciting.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I don't think I have anything too noteworthy on my end. I think we should just jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let me share screen right now. Can you see that on your end?
Oh yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, so we've got our tier list here, and this should go into the current phase for the MCU. But yeah, we've got 5 different tiers. Obviously, you can see there, great. And to me, I think great can also be like, I mean, of course, best of the best at the very top. But the way I was thinking about it was that at the very top, we'll have what we consider to be great movies, not just necessarily because they kind of like correspond with the other Marvel movies, but just like even on their own, they're just great films. And then good, and then watchable, I think is like also could be, decent. You know what I mean? And then there's dumb or not so good, and then there's just plain bad. So
just plain bad. I
and
like that.
if we want to revise those a little bit, we can later. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see how it goes.
No,
But
I got some. I feel you. I got this.
But I think the fun part about this is that you and I are going to be doing this together. We thought about maybe doing separate ones, maybe for another episode or something. We'll try doing it that way. But I think it'll be fun to make one together because we'll also have to kind of compromise on where we put certain movies. Because on some things, I think we agree almost completely, and other things
Yeah.
are on opposite ends. So Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be fun.
Yeah, this
How do you want
is
to start this
exciting
out?
content for sure. What do you
You want
mean?
to
Like
start
which
with what category do you kind of want to start with?
what category, or just like do you want to go
Or
through the movies at the bottom and just place them as we go? Because that's what I think we should do. And you already have a Ant-Man and the Wasp on the starter page right here.
the
You
other
know what I
thing we
mean?
could do also is, do you want to start with the ones that you think we're going to agree on, or do you want to start with the more difficult picks?
Honestly, I feel like we're gonna agree on maybe 20% of these, and the other
Okay.
80% we're probably gonna have slight disagreements on.
But in the
But
end, we're going to have to try.
compromise,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. But I think we should just start Ant-Man and the Wasp. Unless you want to start phase one, you want to just do phases? We could do phases.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know all the phases by heart. You'd have to help me there.
Okay, then do whatever you want to do. I'll go along with whatever you want to do. But I think we
Let's
should
start
start.
Ant-Man and Wasp. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually
Um,
probably one of the last films I saw. That was actually like the last one that I needed to see because I had seen all of the other ones.
Yeah.
And that one kind of just slipped past me. But what's your first thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp? Where you think that would be? And for those watching live, again, you guys can chime in here, maybe help us do this ranking. It'll be fun. And then if you're, again, I mentioned too, if you're watching on the replay, you can still let us know your comments and your thoughts on our tier list, and we'll get back to you. But yeah, what are your initial thoughts with Ant-Man and the Wasp?
It's a tough one for me. I actually have a huge fandom for Paul Rudd. Like I just love that
A lot
guy.
of people do. Everyone loves Paul Rudd.
Like I think he's hilarious. I think he'd be a really nice guy to meet in person. So the Ant-Man movies are pretty good. I would probably say this one initially, it's either watchable or good for me, and that's kind of where I stand. And I can't tell which one because I'm almost. And it's gonna be tough to do this list because I'm gonna compare it to other movies. Like when I think about Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm gonna compare it immediately to Ant-Man and which one I like better. But they're both kind of the same for me, if that makes any sense to you, Dom. But
I mean, do you think dumb is a little too harsh? Should I put like meh? You know what I mean? Look,
I think dumb's perfect.
Okay.
But
Um,
it's a little harsh, but I'll take it. You know me, Dom.
I mean, for me, I don't see any reason why I would go back and rewatch Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's kind of how I'm gauging these two.
Really? Okay. I enjoyed it enough to rewatch it several times. So,
Oh, you've seen it several times?
yeah. Like I
Wow.
really enjoy it. So, well, that's where I stand. Like that's why I'm like it's like watchable, but it's almost good. I think it's watchable, but like is watchable just like watch it once or like you could watch it.
Watchable is also decent, so I think our compromise would be watchable.
I think it's watchable. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're off to a good start here. All right. Ant-Man, the original.
I thought that was a good movie. I did personally.
You thought it was a
but
good movie.
Yeah, I did. And you were even saying, even as standalone movies, like I think that's a good just standalone movie. It really didn't have much to do with the MCU. It was just kind of like an introduction to his character. And I thought it was hilarious. The prison scene in the beginning, just like how his character built throughout it, the comedy in it landed for me. So I would say that's a good movie. But yeah, that's me.
I don't know. I just
And honestly, Dom, just to make this clear, we can go back as we get further down the list and move things as well, because we're gonna start figuring out like what we actually. So we can compromise later. But how do you feel about it?
I don't have much. I don't have like a lot against the Ant-Man films. Really, it just didn't really do anything for me. I wish that I liked them more because I know that a lot of people like Ant-Man. But kind of like similar to what you're saying, I think really it's more so that people like Paul Rudd. I think it's more so that than they like the Ant-Man film.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Um, and I think he's a pretty decent actor, and like he seems like a nice guy too. I just don't fully get it, I guess. But so I might go watchable, or I think if it were me, I would probably just do dumb because I just don't plan on watching them much.
Okay. I'll give you watchable now. I'll compromise with you now, and then you
Okay.
got to compromise with me later when you bring up a movie, and I'm like, dude, Ant-Man is better than that movie, hands down. Then it's gonna be a debacle that we're gonna be in.
Right. Right.
But watchable's fun. Yeah. Everyone always says that too. Like, no one really likes the Ant-Man movies. If you want to know the truth, people didn't like them for whatever reason, but I enjoyed them.
I hate to do this. I've got to grab my charger real quick. That's a Wookiee mistake this week for me. But yeah, it'll just take a second. So
I'm gonna dive right
I'm gonna
in.
let you rant. I'm gonna let you rant for a minute. I'll be right back. It'll take just
Okay.
a second.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so we got some good films coming up here. This is gonna be interesting. I definitely think that me and Dom are gonna have some issues with figuring out the tiers, just because I know that Dom likes certain movies way more than me. So it's gonna be tough, I think, for me and him to compromise. I'm being generous now, but when it gets down to it, I think later on in the show, I'm probably gonna be a little more stern with some things and try to move things around, just because we have different tastes. But we're compromising, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, fantastic. But yeah, we have a lot of movies here, and I just don't see me and Dom agreeing on a lot of them. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me. But we're gonna do it. Well, it makes sense why we're doing this, but it just doesn't seem like there's gonna be a lot of debates here later on in the show. I'm just trying to bust through these so we can get rolling on it. But yeah, I mean, I'll wait for Dom to go to the next movie, but oh, there he is. I was just about to do it without you, bro.
What?
I was about to put everything up there and just have you come back and check out my list.
Like, show's over.
Yep, here we go with Dom. Debate me. Let's move him.
All right, we have Avengers 1. Oh wait, no, this is Age of Ultron.
This is Age of Ultron. Yeah, we're bouncing around a little bit here today, folks. It's gonna be interesting. That's why I actually like this format, because it's like it's scattered.
Yeah,
and I think we're gonna think about things later on in the show. So okay, so Age of Ultron. What'd you think? Because I'm curious. A lot of people didn't like this one.
I like it more than a lot of people, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're both in agreement then. I don't even have to say anything. I think this is good. This was a good movie for me. It wasn't just watchable. It introduced some characters. Yeah. I loved like the whole Ultron aspect. Obviously, there was like a lot of plot holes in the movie, but like I didn't care enough. I really enjoyed like how the movie was. So I thought it was a good movie. I can watch that movie and like not freak out about it. Definitely more than Ant-Man too.
Who's the guy that plays Ultron? What's the actor's name again? I'm drawing a blank. He's also on The Office.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, I can't remember. I was looking it up.
I wasn't actually. Sorry. It doesn't matter that much. But anyways, yeah, I thought he did a pretty good job at doing kind of like that creepy voice for Ultron.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the movies that I was like genuinely worried about the Avengers, because Ultron was so powerful and he could do whatever he wanted. He honestly he took it easy on him. So I was excited to see. I was worried. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, but I think we're both in agreement. We could put it in good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cute.
All right, Infinity War. right.
Number one movie, I think. That's where I stand.
This is your
Fight
number
me.
one? This is your number one?
You know me, Dom. When everyone dies in the end and you like walk out of the theater like, oh no. Like that's the movie that like gets me.
That's true. This is the Empire Strikes Back of Marvel.
It
of
really
the MCU.
is. Yeah. I don't know. So I think it's a great movie. I find like no flaws in it pretty much.
I'm pretty much on the same page.
Yeah, it's a perfect movie. Everything about it. Like that, it was the best Thor we got too. He was like he had comedy to him, but he was serious. Like I loved like everything in that movie. It was perfect.
And just the even though they of course, fail, the attempt, watching them attempt to take him down, there's something special about that.
Yeah, and not only that, they set the stakes off like right in the beginning of the movie. Like snap Loki's neck. Okay, this guy ain't playing. Like everyone loved Loki too at that point, and they just killed him off in the first 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh, like there's no way.
Yeah.
So I thought it was perfect.
They weren't really pulling any punches.
No.
Yeah, I liked. That's a good point. I liked that right out of the gate. There was like a lot of action, and I think for a lot of the movie it was, fairly fast paced, but not too fast.
It was a really good pace, I thought. Yeah, and they did so well with keeping track of all the different groups and not like leaving something kind of. I mean, they even have a part where Rocket and Thor are talking on a spaceship before they get to that star. I'm spacing on the name, but I mean, it was just perfect. I loved it. It was so good. Anyways, both in agreement. Great movie.
Yeah,
maybe number one, but that's for a different day. Okay, the number system.
We might come back to it. We'll see,
Okay.
But definitely at the top.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Black Panther.
I feel like me and Dom are gonna be pretty split on this one.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's watchable for me, but it's definitely not a movie that I go back to and be like, I want to watch Black Panther. Like when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's kind of enough. I've probably seen it 4 or 5 times, but like it's every time I watch it, I'm like, might be doing something halfway through it. So I don't know. The CGI wasn't the best. I loved Killmonger and I loved Ulysses Claw. I was really mad when they killed Ulysses Claw, but I was torn. They made the bad guy seem like he was trying to do such a good thing and like all this, and in the end T'Challa actually does what Killmonger was trying to do and like wanted to share everything with the world. Well, not really. Killmonger wanted to kill everyone, but he like anyways, whatever. It's fine. It was like
I think I'm pretty much right there with you. I mean, it's really hard for me to like want to go back and watch it. I do think that it's pretty decent. I think it's pretty decent. And I will eventually, every so often, go back to it and like it. I'll enjoy it, but it's just, I don't know. It's definitely not a great movie. I'm sorry to say it's not a great MCU movie. The hype around it, I don't know.
It was a lot. That's also what kind of turned me off. It was like
I'm glad that people really liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that good though. It wasn't as good as the hype made it out to be when it came out.
And that's like no disrespect towards the actors like Chadwick Boseman or it was great acting and stuff. It just wasn't when you compare it to other things that we're gonna get to. Like if Civil War, like we'll get to that, but
I'm glad you mentioned that. It has nothing to do with the actors, because Chadwick Boseman honestly he was one of the best MCU actors.
Yeah.
but I actually think that he shines a little bit more in some of his parts in Civil War. Um, to be honest with you,
I think so too. I think it's
but
yeah.
but yeah, no, he's still amazing. He's amazing in the Black Panther film. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna say watchable
Okay, so we're on the same page. Watchable,
because it's pretty decent.
but it's not something that you're like, oh, I want to sit down and watch that movie again.
Yeah.
You know,
And you
like
know what? Are we gonna actually like order the tiers too? Because I would put this above both of the Ant-Man. I don't think you
yeah,
would though, huh?
I would put it. I would put Ant-Man in the front, and then I would put Black Panther in the middle, and then the Wasp
Okay.
at the end.
I can get behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Put Panther in the middle, though. We gotta put Panther in the middle.
There we go.
Yeah.
Whoops. Nope. There we
Hey.
go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. The first Captain America.
Ooh. Okay. I want you to go first. I feel like I talk too much, so go. Spill the beans.
No, not at all. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I think it's a pretty good movie. I do.
I love that movie.
Do you?
That's where I stand. Yeah. It was like one of the best like intros to a character. Like like it was one of the best first movies. And I know people love Iron Man, but when Captain America like came out, I was like, this is way better than Iron Man. Like I maybe I just related to it more or something, like to the character, because I love Captain America. But
Yeah.
I thought it was at least a good movie.
Yeah, and the acting is really good in that movie. It's very balanced. The pacing is balanced. The chemistry between Captain America and Peggy is really good. And the chemistry with Bucky and Cap is really good, and that's kind of where we get the intro for their relationship too, which is a huge part of like later on down the line the phases of the MCU. So
yeah, and I have to say as well, I wasn't really into Marvel during this time. Like I grew up like knowing the characters, but like not really knowing their stories as much. And so when I went to see this movie and Captain America like sacrifices himself at the end pretty much, which is a major plot hole for me, but you know, he dives into the ice or whatever. Like it ended happy, but there was a sting to it, you know, because he knew he couldn't be with Peggy anymore. Like so much time passed by. So, you know, I love those kinds of movies. And so when that happened, I was like, oh no, like I can't deal with this. So I don't know. That's why I would slightly put it in the great, but it's a good movie. Here we go.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so that is false commented. I put that one on good. Great character development, but not gonna lie, it had an underwhelming villain, which I kind of would disagree with. Just because
I think he's decent. Red Skull.
Yeah, I mean, he's killing people all over the place. He's killing his own guys. He like really doesn't care. I know there's like a whole thing when he says, and he can't like stop one simpleton with a shield. But you know, he took you down, Red Skull. He took you down. And thank you for that. Good? That is false.
Yeah, thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, great to see you.
Oh, Ryan Phillips, what's up? How are you doing?
What's up, brother?
Feel free to chime in, guys. Let us know your thoughts on the tier list. Maybe help us with our ranking. So did we decide if are we doing good or are we doing great for the first Captain America? I'm leaning towards good.
I would say.
Are you leaning towards great?
It's one of my favorite, like, first introductions to a character for sure. That's why I would put it on great, just because I think it's the best, like, solo getting it going for a certain character. But
all right,
it's definitely ahead of Age of Ultron for sure. Do you want to put it up top? We'll figure it out later.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I think at the very least, it's the top of good
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
All right,
There
what's
we go.
next? Okay, we got Captain America 2. This is gonna get good. This is where the fun begins, right here with this
Oh
movie.
no! I really just
I,
I jacked myself up talking about how good
I,
that one was.
I
Oh
say this
no!
I say this because if you guys Google what people think is the best Marvel
Hey
movie,
Dom,
yeah,
Dom, can you rant for just a second about this movie? I gotta handle this.
sure, sure,
All right, my dog has to go outside, so just give me a sec.
sure. All right, so if you guys were to Google, or just like check out debates on YouTube or whatever when it comes to Marvel movies, a lot of people will put The Winter Soldier as number one. I think there's valid reasons for that argument. Um, for me, it's tricky. I've never felt like it was the best of the best. I've had to rewatch it a couple times. I think I still need to watch it more. But I do like it the more that I watch it. Like it's always been pretty good for me. It's never been, I don't think it's ever really been great to me, but it's always been pretty darn good. Jake, I was saying too that a lot of people, online and when they go into the debate about what's the best MCU film, a lot of people say it's Winter Soldier. I'm not necessarily of that opinion, but I do think that there's valid reasons for that argument. But where do you stand?
Yeah, I heard you say something about like the Winter Soldier. I don't know if you're talking about the actual character, like the villain in the movie, or
Uh, oh, I'm talking about the film, The Winter Soldier,
okay, like just the
Captain
film.
America
Well, I
2.
came in, I put my headphones on before
Oh,
I
gotcha.
actually. I was like,
Yeah, yeah, Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier.
okay. Where do I stand on the movie? You don't like it clearly.
I do.
Where do you
No,
where do you
I
put it?
do. I do like it. I think it's pretty darn good. Um, I just don't know if I think that it's great, to be honest with you.
Okay. I don't think it's great either. I think it's a good movie. I definitely don't think it. It's tough for me. I think
For a lot of people, it is their number one.
it's such a great movie. I mean, it's definitely not number one,
It's
but
funny because we both just said it wasn't great, that it was good, and then you're just
I,
like, it's such a great movie.
it is though. Like that has so much rewatchability for me. I think
I think it
the
does
act-
have rewatchability for
I
sure.
think the story's great. I think it ties back into the first Captain America pretty well, with having to go back to the base and Zola.
Hmm.
I think, Winter Soldier clearly back to the beginning. And again, I'll say, like, I didn't really know too much about these characters around this time. So I just, like, watched it and it was surprised. Like, I knew when I saw Bucky, like, okay, like, that's definitely Bucky. But I'd put it in good. I don't know if I would put it. Do you want to put it in front of? Where do you want to put it in good? Because I'm almost debating. I don't know if I should put it in front of the first one. I think the first one was really good. I don't know. I'd put it there. I think that's a
You
good
put it
spot
right
for it.
there.
Is that how you feel?
I might like it more than the first Captain America, but I'd be
Okay,
okay. I'd be okay leaving it there.
put it in front of it. Put it in front of it, because I'm like on the fence
Uh,
about it.
I, I'm I'm
I'm
saying
so on the
yes to
fence about
I'm
it.
saying yes and kind of giving into a lot right now because I feel like
I know.
I'll have more. I'm gonna pick my battles. I'm gonna pick
Put
my
it
battles.
in front.
No,
That was
no, no,
you said
no,
it. Put it. No.
no,
I
no.
already said that. I already said
I'm
that.
fine with it being there.
When you left, I literally had a whole conversation about like I gotta let Dom have some of this because I'm gonna have to
That's
fight him
funny.
on some stuff in the back, like in the back end of this for sure.
Okay, here we go.
I would put it here. Put it in front. I would put it in front.
No,
It's
you wouldn't.
honestly, yeah, I would because it's really tough for me, and that's why I said after like you're like okay, Captain America 2's on. I was like, oh no, like I have to
Put
decide
it before.
now.
Put it before.
Yeah, I would put it before. Yeah,
Okay,
that sounds right. Yeah.
Captain Marvel. How are we feeling? How are we feeling?
I don't know if it's just bad or dumb.
Mm,
I have so many more I want to put on Just Bad that but it's so hard. The only character I like is Tallow, the scroll, in that movie, and everything else is a joke, kind of. Like I hated Nick Fury, how he got his scratch. I was like, okay, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And just like stupid other stuff throughout it. I just didn't like. But let's see what you say. Let's see what you say.
I've got no reason to ever go back. I don't think.
It just was kind of in the middle of everything. It was near the end of everything, and they just kind of threw this new character in there. And you're like, okay, like no one cares about this character. Like, what are you doing? Well, I think it was like one of the last two movies before Infinity War or Endgame, even. And I was just like why? Like, what are you doing?
Right. Don't get me wrong.
Endgame.
Don't get me wrong. It is dumb as well.
That's what I.
But it's also just bad.
It's just kind of bad, yeah.
It's also just bad.
Whatever. Yeah,
all right, that was an easy one. That was too easy. Oh, okay. Here we go.
This is a tough one. It's a great one.
Man.
For me, it's a great one. I loved everything about this movie. Dom, don't even get at me. I thought this was a great movie.
I feel like I almost want to come back to this one.
All right, if you want to come back, we can discuss it later.
We'll discuss it later.
You want to say it's a bad movie? That's why.
No.
You want to be like,
you don't know.
You're gonna try to compromise with me.
You don't know.
I see the game you're playing.
Let's skip to Doctor Strange.
Okay. This is what, the multiverse? Oh, this is the first one.
Yeah, this is the first one. Do we even have the second one on here?
Well, you gotta go find that poster because you jacked up. Did you even put Thor? Did you put Thor on there? The new Thor?
No, it just gave me what it gave me. It's fine.
Okay, well, we'll talk about that one at the end then.
Okay, the first Doctor Strange.
I want to know your thoughts because it's hard for me. So I want to get some vibes here.
To me, it's decent. It's watchable.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Because when I first saw it, I was like, it was one of those same kind of things with like Dumb and Dumber or Dumb. I was looking at Dumb. It was the same kind of thing with Black Panther when it was just a lot of hype and everyone was saying how much they loved it. When I saw it, I was disappointed with it. Maybe I just didn't like it for the same reasons. But as time has gone on, I started to enjoy it more, obviously, because he's been in other movies. So it's a great introduction to the character. I'd say watchable. Watchable's good. I like that. But where do you like it on watchable? You like it at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
It could almost go into Dumb for me.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's also like it's not one that I would really go back to, but I would rewatch both of the Ant-Man and Black Panther way before I rewatch Doctor Strange. That's just me.
That's
I know
true.
a lot. I don't think it's a bad film, and a lot of people like it. So,
well, let me just put it this way, Dom. It took me a year and a half to watch this movie.
Oh, it took me a really long time. This was like this one.
I fell
and
asleep
Ant-Man and the
45
Wasp.
minutes. Really?
Yeah, because I always try and stay up to date, obviously, with Marvel. But yeah, I didn't really watch Doctor Strange. I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp for a long time.
Yeah, I would say okay. Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right, we'll keep it there.
Yeah. Oh no, what is this?
All right, you know what? Let's. I kind of feel bad for skipping Civil War. Let's bring it back. We'll bring it back. All right, let's talk Civil War. Let's just do it. Let's go for it.
Spill the beans. Spill the tea, bro. Let me know how much you hate this movie.
That's the thing. I don't hate this movie. Civil War, I think not only is it my favorite Marvel movie, I think it's the best Marvel movie. I really do. I thought that
Whoa.
the I thought that the day it came out, and I still believe it is the best.
Like best of all of them?
Love everything about it. The only thing that I might consider changing if it were up to me is I would have Iron Man win because he's supposed to win in the comics, but um,
Oh, I
I,
loved
I
it.
I still like how it played out.
Yeah.
Um,
They had to change it for the movies.
yeah,
Right?
I mean, if it doesn't end up being our number one, I can understand it because there's definitely other movies that could be, that potentially could be better. But I think it's arguably one of the greatest.
I would put it on great just because, yeah, it's a great film. It has all the characters in it. And the battle scene is fantastic. I love the bromance going on between Bucky and Cap right after Winter Soldier. You know, it's a great movie. They introduced Spider-Man. They introduced Black Panther in that movie, and no one
Mhm.
even thought twice about it. Everyone was like just rolling with it, and it played out fine. I've never even seen that where it's such little screen time. They didn't even introduce Spider-Man until, you know,
Love the intro for Spider-Man 2
I know, right? It was
and for Black
perfect.
Panther and for Black
Yeah.
Panther.
Yeah, it was
Um,
great.
and then also you get your Empire Strikes Back vibes. Not only do you get the vibes for like the end of the movie, but you get the callback literally to Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, yeah. But the other thing too is it pretty much sets up the beginning of the end of
Mhm.
the Avengers, right? It's like that breakup, like we broke up, right? And that's what Hulk has, like a band, you know? So it just kind of is the beginning of the end, and it's a movie I'm always gonna love. I'll watch that movie a million times. And you finally get to see like Ant-Man come in and interact with everyone too, Paul Rudd. So everything it
And
was spot on.
I've just always been drawn towards that concept of the villain taking down the team from the inside, like infiltrating them
Mm-hmm.
from the inside. That's always been fascinating to me and like just like really interesting as opposed to any other like villain storyline or their like main objective. That's what's always like really worked for me, and I've been interested more so in that kind of idea.
Yeah. No, yeah, and that's one of the things I would be curious. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that Zemo is underwhelming villain, you know? Like he's
I actually have heard that,
oh
but I
yeah.
think he's one of the best. Yeah, I've heard it
Oh.
from a couple people.
Yeah, he's like a sinister like strategic guy that just he doesn't even have to do anything to ruin
Right.
your life. He just has to basically spin you like a top and point you in the right direction, and you just destroy
Hmm.
everything in your path. So I thought it was perfect. Yeah, I love that movie. All right,
Uh,
and
to maybe we'll wait to like kind of order the top tier, but
yeah, that'll be
I'll just
tough.
say it right now. I think it's better than Infinity War, but I don't know if you do.
No, I don't. I don't think it is. But that's just me.
But we'll wait, and maybe our I don't know, maybe the viewers will help us decide later when
Yeah.
we order the great tier. Okay.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, let's go to Endgame.
Endgame, huh?
Yeah, what do you think?
I am 100% ready for Endgame.
I mean, I put it in great.
Yeah, I'd put it bottom tier great. That's what I would do.
Oh, really?
Well, what do you think? It was. That's how I felt about it. Or would you put it in front of Civil War? You wouldn't put it in front of Civil War, I'll say that much.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
See, I think it's below both those movies.
But I think that there's going to be I feel like the other great movies will probably go after Endgame for me. We'll see.
All right, hey, that's what we're doing this, Tom. We gotta figure this out. $1 million question.
I think we can put it right there for now.
I'm ready for the controversial movies whenever that's gonna happen, but I don't even think you
I
have them
know,
on
right?
here. Do you
Well,
have Eternals and
we have
everything on here?
most. Yeah, we have most of the movies on here. For some reason, we don't have all of them. We're missing a couple, but
We'll talk about them. We'll
it's
mentally
fine.
place them at the end. Yeah.
The only one that we might not have is Doctor Strange 2. I think that's the only one that we don't have.
Well, that and Thor Ragnarok, but yeah. Or
We
Thor
have,
Love and
we
Thunder.
have, yeah, we have Ragnarok. Okay, so Endgame can be there for now. We can talk a little bit more about Endgame later if we need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's great. And now we can talk about Guardians 2.
All right. Gosh, do you want to start off for a second? I'm sorry. My other dog is having a meltdown now.
These dogs. All right.
I know. I'm kicking him out. I'm just kicking him out. Not dealing with it.
All right. What do the viewers think? What do you guys think? Guardians 2. Let us know in the chat. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Where do you rank it? I gotta think about this for just a second. It's definitely not great. I don't think it's all that good. It might be decent, but I don't know. The way that I think about these things a lot is the rewatchability. Jake,
Wait,
I was
which
just
one?
saying, we're talking about Guardians Volume 2. I know it's not great. I don't think it's really good. For me, I think it's either watchable or dumb.
Guardians Volume 2. It was kind of
But you know what? I would watch it over Doctor Strange.
I would watch it over Ant-Man too.
Oh, really?
I think so. Well, I enjoy Chris Pratt. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it felt like a pointless movie almost. Just because it was like an origin story for Chris Pratt, Star-Lord, but it was the second movie, so it was. Yeah, I'd put it in as watchable, and I'd put it in maybe above Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I'd rather do that. I might even do this. I might even do that. What do you think? Or is Black Panther? Or is Black Panther better?
I would much rather watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, just because the music is a lot better than some tribal music throughout the whole thing. I love like all the soundtracks of all the Guardians. I'm so excited to see what they put in the Volume 3.
To be fair, we got some good Kendrick Lamar in Black Panther.
This is true.
We got a couple of bangers in Black Panther.
To each his own. To each his own.
Hey, the chase scene, the car scene in Black Panther, I think it's pretty good.
It was kind of poor CGI, but I'll take it.
That's true. It was poor CGI, but it was fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that the emotional thing at the end with Yondu, that got me. So I would put that like more so than Killmonger getting stabbed. I really appreciate what they did with Yondu's story, and I think Yondu, like at the end, redeemed himself for whatever was going on. So there was a lot more different things, kind of stories going on in Guardians that I enjoyed more than Black Panther for sure. I think
I got mixed feelings about Michael B. Jordan because I used to not like him at all, but now I do like him. But at the same time, I think it's pretty hit and miss with his performance. And there's a lot of moments in Black Panther where I just felt like he wasn't on top of his game.
Yeah, a couple of moments I thought especially was like over the top for sure.
Especially compared to Chadwick Boseman, it's like it's not even close for like acting chops, in my opinion. In more so when we're talking about that film, like I've seen him in good roles before, but
yeah. I love him in Creed, but that was like his role, so.
Anyways, we can move on to the next. Okay, we're talking Guardians 1 now.
Okay, I'm curious to know what you think, because you
You know
probably don't
what?
like that much.
You know what? This is fun.
I would put it above Ant-Man for sure in watchable, but
You know what? I think I'm going to surprise you here. At the very least, at the
above
very
Ultron.
at the very least, it's right there for me.
Whoa.
But honestly, I
You
think
think
I
it's a
could
great movie?
I think I could possibly push for Guardians 1 being in great. I do, and I'll tell you why. It's
Please.
again, I feel like it's really balanced. Obviously the music is good, but I love this mix of the comedy and then the emotional storyline with Star-Lord and his mom, like throughout the movie. These callbacks to his relationship with her through the music. Um,
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. I really do.
Where'd you put it? Right there? Okay.
At the very least, I think if it were me, I might say that we could bring it into great.
Okay, that's... I don't know about that per se.
Dude, I think it's really solid.
I love that movie though. I really do like the Guardians movie. I just don't know. I'm trying to compare it to what we have now, and I'm
I
just...
love the opening. I love the opening to that movie. How it's
Wait,
like
where'd you... Oh, you
it
put it
goes
right.
it goes from like being sad and emotional, and then almost immediately switches to comedy, and then again like it's just like sprinkled in there throughout like these emotional beats. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's what Taika Waititi couldn't do. So,
But
I don't know.
the whole team has pretty good chemistry.
Yeah, they do. It's definitely one of my favorite team up kind of movies, and they do a really great job at introducing each character as well, and like not just like showing their personalities and like
Hmm.
seeing how they gel together. It was like a buddy cop movie, but with 5 people, and it was just okay. I could leave it there. I could go great.
Really? You could put it above the Winter Soldier?
No,
Well, I mean, we can move it if we need to move it.
I'm just having a little thought process here. The last couple times I've watched these movies, and
We can also move it later if we need to.
goodness. All right, yeah, that's fine there. We can move it later.
Because we'll
see
come
what,
back to everything. We'll come back to everything.
Yeah, we'll see what goes in great. We'll find out. Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right. Iron Man 2.
Jeez, is this our first Iron Man movie? Holy
Yep.
smokes! Iron Man 2, watchable. I think a lot of people liked it more than I did. It was watchable. I'm not like the biggest fan of Iron Man.
Oh, I can't hear
This
you
was a-
anymore, Jake.
Why not?
Oh no, I can hear you now. You cut out for a
was-
second.
The music's kind of loud too, so
Oh.
just a little bit,
My bad.
It's all good. There you go. No, I thought it was a good movie. I don't go watch it as much. Out of all the Iron Man movies, I think I like that one the least. So
Oh really?
yeah, watchable. And
Um,
that's like a very odd thing to say, but yeah, I think
I like it more than 3. I thought 3 was by far the worst.
true. Yeah.
You're like, true, but I still like it better.
I thought that the third movie was way more entertaining, and I enjoyed Tony Stark's arc, figuring out like the poison stuff in the second movie, because that's what was happening. but it was
Yeah.
way more of like a character development for me in the third movie, and him kind of realizing that he can't really rely on his tech. So we'll get to that, but I liked his character more, and I thought it was more entertaining in the third movie than the second movie. I don't know why, but
So where
I
does
put it
the
as
second one rank for you?
watchable for me. Probably watchable. Oh, you put Guardians there after Ant-Man? Guardians Volume 2? I'd put it in between or in the front of watchable, because I do enjoy the movie. Yeah.
That's where you told me to put Guardians too. That's what we decided.
Well, you decided, but
No, you said.
I said it was
I w-
great.
I was.
Okay.
Oh,
I said
you
it's
did.
top tier. No, I didn't.
No, you didn't.
All right. So you got that. Is that fine? You like that spot? You didn't even really say. Did you like Iron Man 2 or?
I like it.
Okay.
I think it's decent. I like it more than all of these in watchable. Well,
that's not. I think it might be better than Ant-Man.
no. If it
But
were
I don't know.
If it were me, I would have Iron Man and then Black Panther, and then the rest.
Well, then put Black Panther there. You were the one that put Guardians there. You're like, I think Guardians 2 is a little better.
You said
I'm
that you
telling
would
you.
rather watch Guardians than Black Panther.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. No one will ever know. We're gonna erase this video right after, so.
Why would we do that?
Uh,
Okay. All right. What did we decide? We're keeping Iron Man 2 right there.
I think so.
All right. Let's stick with that. Let's go to Iron Man 3.
Oh Lord, it's definitely above Iron Man 2 for me. I think it's actually before. I would say it's above Iron Man 2, but this is the debate.
It's really not for me though.
It's the last like Tony Stark like arc solo film.
I really didn't like the Pepper.
The Pepper scene.
The suits. I didn't like the Pepper suits.
Well, she only had one, and it wasn't even in that movie. It was Iron Man's, and then she just got superpowers, pretty much. And that's something.
Oh no, it was Pepper getting her own suit, which I don't know. I guess I think that actually might be a comic thing too, so I can get past that. But I felt like there was something at the very end where he had like a lot of just like robots doing work for him, and it was kind of just like underwhelming to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See you later, Ryan. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
So where do you put it? I'll let you one, because I put the last one. So wherever you think you want to put it.
I'd be okay putting it. I'd be okay putting it here.
All right.
And you know what? I'll even take your word for it. It's tough. If you want to put it before those, or before Iron Man 2, I still want to bring Black Panther up.
Okay. I know you're a big Black Panther fan, so don't worry about it. I know you tried to hide it last time when we first talked about it.
I'm not a huge Black Panther fan, actually.
No, I get it.
Well,
I get it. Don't worry.
I mean, not of the movie. Of the character, yes. Not necessarily the movie.
All right.
But I do think T'Challa... I do think Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa was a perfect role for him. I think he owned that role. And I really, anytime we talk about him, it just like bums me out so much because I wanted to see more from him.
Okay.
I really did.
Oh no. Is the next movie Iron Man?
Yep. Here we go.
Oh no.
Iron Man 1. We had all the Iron Mans back to back.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
I actually might have lied. This might be my least favorite like
Are
Iron Man
you
movie.
serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I just thought the villain was like so lacking. I was like, the whole time I thought it was Obadiah
Compared to
Stane.
Iron Man 3?
Yeah, I know. Okay, you know what? I would put it probably. I know this is gonna shock you.
I think it's the best.
Yeah, I know. I do. I go back and forth on it all the time. I can't decide what like if it's really good or I get bored during it because it's a lot about his company. It's cool to see him kind of get his feet wet and stuff like that, but I don't know. I go back and forth on this movie all the time. It's either I enjoy watching it or I think it's the dumbest movie in the world.
Are you
So
serious? Wow. I mean, I thought it was like really cool seeing him build the fursuit and like escape and
yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man, so that's it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorites, so actually he might be my favorite.
I mean, okay. If I think about it realistically, it's definitely a good movie. I'd put it in the last of the good movies, and that's where I'd probably leave it. But I don't think it's a great movie, and I don't think it's better than Captain America's first movie. Maybe I'd.
I think it is.
Oh, better than his? No, I was gonna say it's definitely. I think it's better than Age of Ultron, but I loved Cap's story. So, who died in Iron Man? Okay, who did Iron Man sacrifice himself? Like what? Red Skull as a
not
villain
in that
was,
movie, but ultimately yes.
but I liked Red Skull the villain. Especially I love that actor that played him way more than Obadiah Stane.
That's fair.
You know, and I don't know. He lost his buddy Bucky. He had to crash a plane into an iceberg. He couldn't be with his one true love that saw him before he got the serum, and still was like, yeah.
All right.
I
You
just
sold
like
me.
you
You
know
sold
I
me.
don't know. I like it there. That seems like a good spot for it. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's do Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh, Far From Home. I don't know. You rant about it for a second because I gotta think about this, and I want you to sway
Is
me
there
in
another
one
dog
direction or the
issue?
other. Oh no, I want you to rant about it. I just want to hear what you have to say so I can dissect my. I want you to sway me one way or the other because I'm torn on this one.
I mean, I feel like it's really good, and I know a lot of people still like Homecoming more than Far From Home. But to me, Homecoming was really lackluster when it came to like action and fight scenes, which in the end does that matter a whole lot? Not a whole lot because the story was pretty good, and I guess it just wasn't like Homecoming wasn't necessarily a movie where it had to have like a lot of action, but it did. To me, it just felt a little bit weird that there wasn't more, and I felt like we got what we were missing in Far From Home with like the fight scenes that we got, the action scenes. I especially like the final battle with Spider-Man and Mysterio. I thought it was really good. It was
I would put it.
very Inception-esque.
I definitely would put it above. Yeah, you're swaying me. I would definitely put it above Captain America: First Avenger. You know,
Now we're getting somewhere.
it was definitely better than the first one. I think you bring up a lot of points. It was very like the CGI and all they did with Mysterio and his illusions, and especially when him and Nick Fury like roll up to that abandoned building and he gets him hit by a train. I think his dynamics with Aunt May in it are hilarious in the beginning. It's the time MJ finds out that he's Spider-Man, and
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a lot of like in the first Homecoming movie, it was just him being a kid and being kind of dumb. And then his Far From Home, this one, I feel as if it was way more character growth and trying to figure out what he wants. And it very much led into the third movie and like what he had to sacrifice at the end of that. So I would say right there's a good one. Maybe even before. You want to put it before Winter Soldier? People are gonna get mad at us, but
That's
it's
fine.
up to. I think Dom wants to.
They
Yeah,
always
I'm
get
on
mad at me.
I'm on the fence about it. I love Winter Soldier, but
I mean, hey, I don't think Last Jedi's that bad, so, and they always get mad at me about that. So who cares?
Last Jedi sucks, bro. Okay, we're never gonna agree on that. The tier list is just bad, and yours is like good, and that's just where it's gonna have to stand. No compromise on that one. All right. Thank God we're not doing Star Wars movies. Okay,
we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. We have to get 3 or 4 people to do it though, because that's gonna be
maybe
just
next
brutal.
time.
Yeah, get Ryan
maybe next
on here.
week. We'll see.
Yeah. Oh, there's too much news coming out this weekend. Way too many trailers. We actually might have to go live this weekend on Saturday.
Might be able to.
Or Sunday. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll figure it out. We'll try to get it going. We'll do a short one.
Okay. All right. Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, it was good. I don't know. Where do you want to put it? I want to put it way.
I'd go right here. Here.
Homecoming? Really?
You know what?
I would put it at least below Iron Man. You think it's better than
I think it's better than Iron Man.
Okay. All right. I can deal with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it just was one of those interesting movies that Marvel did as well, where they just kind of skipped his intro story because, like Batman, everyone knows it. And so it was, that's why I love like the original Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire, so much, is because you got to feel his pain. Even Andrew Garfield's, like, it was so much growth in that first movie, and for them to skip over all that, like they still haven't explained Uncle Ben. So that was my
he didn't have an Uncle Ben.
He has a briefcase
in his universe
from Uncle Ben. He has a briefcase from Uncle Ben. What do you mean?
Wait, in Tom Holland Spider-Man does?
Yes.
Are you sure?
In Far From Home, the case he travels with is Uncle Ben's. It has his initials on it.
Oh,
and that's like the big deal. And so it's like it's his.
That's weird
because
I've heard a bunch of people say that in his universe there isn't an Uncle Ben.
Makes no sense. I think what people mean is maybe he died before, but like that's
what I originally thought, and then after No Way Home, I just kept hearing that there was no Uncle Ben, but I'd like to believe that there is.
I mean, hey, the suitcase don't lie.
Okay.
So, but all right, I'm fine with that. You want to leave it there? I'm okay with that. I really like the Vulture. That guy, what's his name? The actor.
Yeah. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. There you go. He carried that movie for me, honestly. And that twist that happened, I was like, "Holy smokes, this is not going to be good." And I was on edge since then. I was mad though because I was talking to someone else earlier today, my buddy in class, and we were talking about the Shocker and how they kind of just ruined the Shocker. But that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay, Avengers. The first Avengers. What are we thinking?
It's a great movie. It goes above Endgame for sure. Maybe even above Civil War.
What? No. Not even.
100p, dude.
Not even.
100p, dude. Way above Guardians. That thing smoked Guardians. Do you understand the revelation, like the revolution that happened, bro? Okay. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, these characters can be in the same movie together."
It's better than Guardians. I'll give you that.
It's the best Hulk that we got too. I think he just was thrashing stuff, did not care.
It's so not as good as Civil War. It's not even as good.
Dude, it's the OG, okay?
It's not the OG. It's not better than Endgame or Infinity War.
And it's hard for me to judge because I saw some of these movies like for the first time, and when I saw them for the first time in theaters, I lost my marbles, okay? Because I didn't even know there was end credit scenes until this movie. I had no idea what was going on. And like when I saw this team up, I thought insanity. So, I don't know. It's up to you. I think it's above Guardians. I would say
I'd prefer to leave it right there.
okay.
If you are really pushing for it to go up higher, I could bring down Endgame, but I don't know. It would be really hard for me to put it in second or first. But I would be down to put it in third.
Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. We'll
Are you
see what
sure?
happens. Yeah, we'll figure it out at the end. Because
Okay. All right.
I got some discrepancies.
All right. All right. Oh, it's getting really good now.
Oh yeah, this is it. This
The
is what it
first
gets.
Hulk movie.
Ooh, I enjoyed this movie. Controversial. I'd put it in watchable. I would definitely put it, if I was gonna watch a movie, above. I don't know. Was that Guardians 2? I'd put it above Guardians 2.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
Maybe. I like the Hulk. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Hulk. So when the first Hulk
Yeah.
came out in like the early 2000s, I freaking loved that movie. I went to Universal Orlando. I went on the ride. So, I don't know.
I think a lot of people are really underrating Edward Norton as the Hulk. I think he's better than Ruffalo.
Yeah. I was
I mean,
disappointed.
I think Ruffalo's pretty decent, but Norton's better.
Well, honest to God, I think that Norton is a better actor.
Yeah.
I think that
he's a good actor.
Yeah, I think that the script might have not been so good for him, that movie. Like, if they came out with that Edward Norton Hulk movie now, or 5 years ago, when like Marvel was killing it, I think that Edward Norton would have smoked the Hulk role. Way better than Mark Ruffalo. Way better.
My problem is that because it's so old, I think it loses some rewatchability.
Okay. I know.
Because the CGI isn't up to par as far as like, Endgame or Infinity War.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just watched it the other day. Honestly,
Did you?
Yes, I did. And
I don't know. How do you think it holds up? How do you think it holds up?
I think it's an interesting movie. It seems like a Sam Raimi movie, kind of like all the cuts and stuff. It's very comic booky kind of still, especially at the beginning. But I think it holds up fine. I love Liv Taylor. I think Liv Taylor is a great actress.
You mean Tyler?
Oh, is it Taylor? Yeah, Liv Tyler. But yeah, I don't know. I liked it, and it even had the end credit scene with Tony Stark. I don't even know why they didn't bring Edward Norton in for a second movie. It blows my mind. My mind. But yeah.
Okay, we can leave it there. Sounds good.
All right, we got to put someone dumb and just bad. Got to figure this out. I feel like we're gonna do this right here. So.
I don't know if we are. Thor,
I know
The Dark World.
Dumb.
Let me start.
Okay.
Darn it, Jake.
We both agree.
No, I don't know that I do, actually.
I think it's watchable. Compared to the garbage they're coming out with now.
You know what does it for me is the scene. I've talked about this a couple times, but the scene where Loki's mom dies and Loki has his breakdown inside the jail cell, I felt like that was the best scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, no, that's a great. There's a couple emotional beats for sure, and I love kind of the twist.
I felt like that was good.
Yeah, there's a couple twists. All right, you want to put it in watchable? I mean, I'm gonna plummet all these last ones for you here, except for one of them. So I feel like we're gonna have to.
I don't know it well enough though, to be honest with you. So
I watched it recently.
Did you?
Yeah. It's all right.
I think I like it more than the first Thor. But again, I think that's a controversial opinion as well.
we'll get to the first Thor here in a second. I feel like it's next.
It is next.
So maybe we'll just do a 2 for 2 here. Comparatively to the first Thor, I really liked Thor's character a lot more in that one. Like he's
in the first one.
In the first one, him and his dad and Loki deceiving him, and then the end scene where like Loki feels like he was trying to do something good for his father, even though it's not his dad. Like even though he didn't do anything good for him, it made no sense. But just I don't know. I loved the first Thor a lot more, especially like the struggle that he's going through. I could see why people think that it was not a Thor movie because he wasn't really Thor that much in the movie, and there wasn't that much action. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't put Thor Dark World above Thor.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, was it Malekith, the Dark Elf? Like and then during the action scene, there was a bunch of comedy in the Dark World. It was just too much for me.
I'm having a tough time right now because I would probably put the Dark World. I know, unpopular opinion. I'd put it above Doctor Strange. And I'd put it above Ant-Man and the Wasp. I know it's crazy, but that's me.
I definitely wouldn't put it above Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's the comedy in that movie and the characters in that movie were fun for me. So the Thor one was Jane and coming back, Dark World, and it was all this weird stuff. So yeah, put it above.
Do you think that's right?
Sure.
Do you think you don't? You would take Doctor Strange over
I would put it above Doctor Strange. I would much rather watch that, but then I also feel like we should probably put Doctor Strange in Dumb Now. You know?
I don't know.
I didn't like Yeah, we'll get to it at the end, but there's a lot of reasons why I did not like Doctor Strange, and I think it should be in Dumb. I think we're actually both in agreement for that, but
yeah, I kind of would too. If we need to, we can do this.
Yeah, you want to do that? Put it above. You gotta.
We can do this.
You want to do that? Oh no.
Whoops.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with that. I don't really enjoy watching the first Thor. Yeah.
Do you agree with that? Is that looking right?
I never think to myself, if I'm gonna sit down and watch a Marvel movie, I'm gonna watch Thor or I'm gonna watch Thor Dark World. I never think that, so I am totally fine with that. Yeah, I never think that. So
it's kind of sad because like Thor's really cool and he's also really funny, but I just think he's way better in like the films that aren't like his. You know what I mean? Like in Avengers.
I think he's better in all the Avenger films than his own silly movies.
Yeah.
He just works better with the team, I guess, man. That's it.
Yeah. Okay, and now we got Thor Ragnarok.
I don't know if this is going to be a popular... I think I'm going to have like just a regular opinion about this. I think it's a good movie. Mm-hmm. I think it's... I don't know, but I'd put it on the good. I definitely think I'd put it above Iron Man. And... I gotta zoom this in.
Above Iron Man.
I think I'd put it. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for me personally. I would put it above Iron Man. I think the character development with him and his brother in this one is like the first one where we get to see them interact the most. And him and Loki have this thing where they know each other so well because it's already been so many movies that they can play off that, and I think that worked really well. I really loved the introduction of Korg. Not a fan of him right now. What's going on, but whatever. To each his own. I don't know. I thought it was adventurous. I thought it was interesting seeing him get cut down at the knees and not have his hammer the whole movie, and having to try to figure out what's going on, and then having to like sacrifice his own home planet because he needed to save his people. I don't know. I thought it was great, and it was such a great introduction at the end of Ragnarok in the post-credit scene where they roll up to Thanos' ship, and at the beginning of Infinity War, they're all just slaughtered. So I don't know. I think it connected really well. I thought it was a great film, like building off of Loki's character. I thought Loki had so much growth in that movie. I think there was a lot of humor. You know, I've been falling for 30 minutes when they go see Doctor Strange in the beginning. I thought it like so funny. And I thought Hela was a great antagonist in the film. Way better than Killmonger. I think that, you know, that's all I'm saying. And I like the Vulture, like I have a sweet spot for him, but I almost would put it above Captain America almost. Almost. I'd probably put it in between Spider-Man and Captain America. But
I definitely feel like it belongs in good. I like Iron Man 1 more than Ragnarok, I think.
okay.
But is it a better film than Ragnarok?
I've watched Ragnarok way more times than I've watched Iron Man. And Iron Man came out 7 years before Ragnarok. Or even, almost 10 years. And I don't know. I think it's just much more of a fun movie, and I love the Hulk in it, and like their kind of thing in it. And then when Mark Ruffalo comes back, he's like dazed and confused, and I love his like acting in that when he has to like deal with not knowing what the heck has been going on for so long because he's been the Hulk, and the Hulk is taken over and smart. So I don't know.
I don't know, guys. Let us know in the comments what's better, Iron Man 1 or Thor Ragnarok. We'll put it right here for now. At the very end, we're going to go through everything and, you know, do a final order, but we'll put it before Iron Man right now.
But let us know. Yeah, because this is a debate we got going on here. And Dom doesn't want to, he doesn't want to give me anything. You know what?
Oh, please.
Put it behind Iron Man because I've given you so much. I've given you everything today, and I'm sick of it.
Come on, dude.
And I'll give you this. I'll give you one more.
You're joking.
And then when we get down into the actual nitty gritty of everything, which is the last three.
He's joking.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I see.
All right.
Number
Spider-Man.
one.
No Way Home.
Number one.
Number one.
Numero uno.
There
you go. Come on.
I mean, it's up there. It's up there.
Give it to me, way better than Civil War. Way. I would put it second. I would put it second. Dude, I mean, that was like 20 years of movie making magic that just came together. I don't know. Okay, I'll give you that one. All right. You can have that one, Dom. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
Again, well, at the very end, we'll go through everything one more time, briefly. But yeah, guys, if you're watching, let us know in the comments. I still want to know what they think about Ragnarok versus Iron Man 1, and then is No Way Home the greatest? Is it the best of the best? I like it in the number 3 spot, personally. I like it right there.
It's way better than Civil War, but I'll give you that, sure.
It's not. For one, I don't think it's better, but for two, I definitely know it's not way better.
What? Oh,
even if it was, it would not be way better than Civil War.
Think about how much hype there was for this movie compared to Civil War, and then also how much money it made compared to Civil War. I went and saw Spider-Man No Way Home probably 5 times in theaters, maybe even 6. I don't know. Okay, I was dazed and confused every time I went in and out. It was amazing.
It's
Willem Dafoe.
Really it's great.
Willem Dafoe is the best villain as Green Goblin in any Marvel movie. Way better than Thanos. Okay, way more range. All right. I loved Willem Dafoe, dude. Jamie Foxx was way better than in his movie. Doc Ock came back, was fantastic. Sandman sucked. The Lizard wasn't the best.
Ethan could go on. He could go on and on about the Lizard. Come on, guys. In the live chat, let us know. Drop down in the comment section. Let us know. Where should Spider-Man No Way Home be on the tier list.
Is it better than Civil War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it better than Civil War? Is it better than Infinity War?
I don't think it's better. It's tough to beat Infinity War.
I'm a little torn right now. I'm a little torn because
I made great points.
I might be okay. I might be okay if we moved it up. I might be okay, but I just want to hear more from the people. Let us know. Okay. Let us know if we need to move things around a little bit for our top tier. And then I really want to know about Ragnarok versus Iron Man 1 too. So drop down in the comment section, guys. Do us a solid.
I'll leave it at 3. Let's leave it at 3 for now. Black Widow, dumb. Done. Just put it there. We're good.
I think at the least it's watchable.
It's such a struggle for me to get through it. I just feel like it was such a delayed movie.
Are you serious?
You know? It was okay. Like I liked all the actors.
It's right here. It's right here for me.
In the front of watchable.
Mm-hmm.
I'd put it. See, we got to figure out this watchable section. This is like a cluster in the watchable section. Because they're all like not like my favorite movies. Like I really couldn't care about the watchables. Like I have disdain towards some of the other movies, and I like a lot of movies, and then there's movies I just like.
Okay, let's do these last two, and then let's go through everything again.
Okay. I was gonna say I'd definitely watch Iron Man 2 or 3 before watching Black Widow for sure. Even the Hulk, like that's where I'm at, but whatever.
Okay.
Dom loved that. This is
I think this is really where
the juices are flowing.
Might get iffy.
We're gonna have to debate after this. So this was just bad for me. We're talking about the Eternals here now, folks. Dom loves this movie. I'm already gonna tell you guys.
I never said I loved it.
Loves this movie.
I thought it was good.
He thinks it's better than Endgame. No. Okay, but for me personally, too many characters introduced at once, not enough background on them, just like their power set. Cluster for me at the end. There's a giant stone figure poking out of the earth, but the earth didn't crack at all yet. It just kind of was like peeking out. No one cares about it. Hopefully they make that the new Avengers Tower kind of thing. Really bad movie. I wish I didn't watch it kind of thing. It had nothing to do with anything that was going on. The only thing that I cared about was Black Knight coming in at the end with Blade. Harry Styles was the biggest disappointment of a reveal for me. But yeah, so I don't know. How do you feel about it, Tom? This is great. It's a great movie. All right, do your spiel now. I spieled.
I mean, let's go.
See, I was trying to
let's go with the absolute positives. Let's go with
hold on here.
The undeniable. Let's go with the undeniable truth.
Hold on here. I was trying to tell him this. Adrian, I was trying to tell Dom this as well. I love Ant-Man. I think it is a good movie. I love the comedy in it. And I don't know if Black Panther really belongs in great. I might disagree with you there.
Yeah.
But I think Ant-Man is a good movie and a great, it's definitely better than Black Widow, I think. But,
We're going to run through it all again. But Adrian, let us know.
Is Spider-Man better than Civil War?
Is Spider-Man better than Civil War? Is it better than Infinity War? We need to know that. Also, what's your take on Thor Ragnarok versus Iron Man 1? We are going to make some final adjustments here in a little bit.
Yeah, this is when the fun begins at the end here. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. Okay, getting back to Eternals. Let's go with the undeniable truth here, Jake. Eternals is...
undeniable truth here, dude.
Hands down. No.
They had an SP scene in the middle of the movie, okay? And I was like, what the is going on right now?
Hands down, the best looking MCU film.
I would disagree with that.
Cinematically,
tenfold.
I don't think anything looks better cinematically than the Eternals.
All right, agree to disagree. That's all right.
What movie looks better than the Eternals?
Dude, Black Panther looks better than Eternals.
No,
okay?
it doesn't. You're tripping right now.
The Incredible Hulk looks better than the Eternals.
Get out
okay?
of here. Get out of here.
No, I would say there's a lot of movies that look better, honestly. You're
I
saying like
really
visually?
liked it.
It was nice to look at, kind of. It was very CGI, though. Like, I could tell a lot of it was, green screen CGI.
It was good filmography. It was solid.
You know.
I liked a lot of the characters. I liked the story. I liked that. I really like, kind of similar to like Civil War, like the team kind of being infiltrated from the inside, them turning on each other. I like that sort of thing. I really enjoyed that story. I really liked the ending too. And I thought the action scenes were really good. The final battle, that final conflict, the twist at the end too. I think some of us saw it coming, but I think Eternals is pretty solid. I really do. And I don't mind that it doesn't tie in very heavily into the rest of the MCU films. We honestly need more movies like that.
Yeah, I thought the premise was pretty dumb. I thought the Eternals should have killed us. If they're gonna birth like a million planets, I was like, this is really poor decision making on their part for efficiency in the universe. But whatever.
I feel like this is gonna be the hardest one for us to
it's
compromise
dumb.
on.
All right, we'll put it on dumb then. That's the compromise.
I can't do it.
Oh, it better be last on.
I want it to be
unwatchable then.
I want it to be in good, so then it needs to be in watchable.
I watched half of this movie at home and I was like, when is this going to end? And I turned it off. And I was like, I don't even care.
To be fair to everyone, including you, Jake lets his personal feelings about certain, I don't know, Hollywood matters get in the way of his opinion on the film. You've told me
I didn't
this.
care about that. Yeah. I didn't care about that.
This.
But not on this film. This film was, I don't even remember anything that happened controversial on this film, honestly. I couldn't name one thing.
I remember you texting me when you finally ended up watching it, and you didn't think it was all that bad. So I'm a little surprised at how much hate we're getting today for Eternals.
You mean when I finally finished it the 5th time when I watched it?
I don't remember. I'm not going to go back to the thread.
It's a slow burner. I really didn't enjoy the visuals that much. They could have done a lot more with the film. I would have kept it way more back in the past than bringing it into the present. Is what I would have done. But yeah, I didn't like it. Too many characters. After I watched it, I couldn't name 3 of them. Powers like just all over the place.
It's the best speedster we've ever seen.
Oh my god! No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely not. No,
we have never seen the Flash look as cool as what's her name did.
Quicksilver in the X-Men movies. BA, love him. Message in a Bot or that
doesn't look as good. Does not look
way
as
better.
Good. The slow motion. Okay, the slow motion thing is way easier to pull off than what they did.
Yeah, it looked like trash. So
no, it did not.
That's how I felt. I was so
okay.
boring.
Let's wrap it up on it.
It was so bad, and the guy flies into the sun at the end. What the heck? Who's the bad guy in the movie? Is it them? Is it this guy that's trying to like save the universe?
That's
is it
what's
this
cool
like
about
thing?
it? It's very Great Gatsby in that way.
It's very terrible in that way, Dom.
Everyone's kind of not so great.
A little girl wants to grow old and she's a robot person, but now she can change into like not a robot person, and she has to go to school now, but she's like super smart because she's been around for like 18,000 million years. Like what?
All right, can we compromise and put it at the end of watchable?
You put it where you want to put it, because I have some discrepancies about Shang-Chi here. So
if I'm putting it where I want to put it, I put it right
Are
there.
you kidding me? Oh
No,
my gosh.
truthfully, I would put it right here.
Whoa.
I put it right there.
That is extreme. If you want to put it in good, I'd put it at the end.
Look, I'm willing to put it
I'm
all the way here
compromising.
for you.
No. We're
You're
gonna
not.
get to
No,
Shang-Chi
no,
here in
no.
a
You're not
second.
compromising. I'm
We're gonna
compromising.
No, I'm compromising. Put it
I'm
at good
going.
at the end.
I'm going a
Too much.
tier
So
down.
you're saying you'd much rather watch the Eternals than Ultron, Ragnarok, Iron Man 1. Like you would sit down and be like, I want to watch this movie right now. Like what? Come on.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Put it
would.
wherever you want. This is Dom's show. He's gonna put it where he wants.
No,
He's
it's
got
our
control.
show. It's our
No,
show.
hey, you got the mouse, man. Okay, you got the mouse.
It's our
all
show.
right?
Do you feel like this is a good compromise right here at the end of watchable?
Compromising wise, I would put it. I mean, dude, Black
I'm
Widow
okay.
was so terrible. I would put it above Black Widow.
I'm okay with it being right here.
Okay, I'm okay with it being above Black Widow, but Black Widow needs to get knocked down.
Like that?
I would put it further if you want. I would put it above the Hulk, probably both Iron Mans, and above Black
But do
Panther.
you like it? But do you like Eternals more than the Thor movies?
I would much rather watch the Thor movies than Eternals. I would put it.
It's definitely better than the Hulk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if you don't like those Iron Man movies, put it above Iron Man. I'd put it behind Black Panther because it kind of had hype to it. It was people kind of enjoyed it. It was very split. But yeah,
It
I'd
was
put it there.
split. It really was split.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it right there.
All right. Okay. And then you want to keep Black Widow down there?
I would put Black Widow above. I'd probably. I would put it between the Iron Mans or behind Eternals, if that's what you want. That sounds like that's a spot
like
for
it.
Dom.
I like it.
Right there.
You like the Iron Man more than that. We'll keep it there.
I don't like Iron Man much at all. That's what I'm saying. So if you want to put it above both the Iron Mans, like
I do.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I do.
And honestly, yeah.
I think Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh were awesome in that. I think all of them were pretty decent in it.
Would you put Black Widow ahead of Eternals or no? I know you wouldn't personally, huh? So let's leave it there. That's like a good spot.
I don't know. I might.
I would much rather watch Black Widow than Eternals. Like if I had to watch one and you're like, Jake, you have to watch Black Widow or Eternals, I'd say Black Widow. But that's up to Dom, whatever you feel. Because yeah, Florence Pugh carried that movie. Same with her family. I mean, it was good. I just hated what they did with, whatever. Yeah, that thing.
Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. The last movie, guys.
This is gonna be a split decision, pretty heavily.
Yeah, it is. Who starts?
You go. I'm always starting, so go.
I'm gonna be super truthful and honest. This movie belongs at minimum right here. You're muted.
Yeah, I know. I was laughing my butt off, so I didn't want to like. You didn't see me. I just was waiting for it the whole time. Where'd you put it? And I missed it.
Above Guardians 1. In great. Oh, guys, go watch my review. I also had a really fun time doing the review for this film. Shang-Chi is such a good Marvel movie. It is so ridiculously good. I'm sorry. I know
it's so ridiculous, but
yeah. I know Jake doesn't agree. I don't think you hate it though, but
I don't hate it. I definitely liked it a lot more than Black Widow and Eternals. That's for dang sure. I would put it in good, but I got to figure out where I put it in good. I don't think it's a great movie.
You know who carries the movie? Actually, I mean, I think Simu Liu does good, but the dad, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But the dad, I think, carries this movie.
Yeah, they should have done a 10 Rings movie about like what he did and not even have Shang-Chi in it. That's my personal opinion.
Also, little Shang-Chi, He did great. The
Yeah.
little kid, he did
that
great.
little kid, amazing. Like if they just had that be the movie, like him and his family kind of doing it, and then introduce Shang-Chi later, like I would have been fine with that. But like at that revenge tour that his dad went on, I would have loved to see that. And the Shang-Chi stuff when he was a kid training and all that stuff, I wish I got way more of that. Him trying to figure himself out, as a teenager. If they like put that back in the past and then just did a movie of that and then like jump 5 years and have him.
Dreaming of a new home? Let's compare your way there.
What the
Before
heck
you
is
buy,
going on right
NerdWallet
now?
helps you easily compare rates and
Yeah, we
find
are
the smartest
dumb.
mortgage for you. Use our regularly updated
Awkward.
lists to compare.
Oh no, it fell out of the pants. So I'd put Shang-Chi.
Awkward.
I'd put Shang-Chi out there. Yeah, I'd put it in good, but I mean, I'd probably put it at the end of good, which is not a compromise, but compared to me putting it in as dumb, I think it is. But it was okay. I would put it before Ragnarok, maybe.
I think it's great. I really do. I think it's a great movie.
I just thought it was really dumb, like the dragon at the end or whatever the heck, soul sucker, whatever the heck it is. I don't know, the dad just getting lured in and just being like just an idiot to I don't know. There wasn't really a villain. The dad wasn't a villain. Like I don't like those kinds of movies where it's just there is no villain. It's just kind of, and it didn't give us a direction. So that's most of my problems with all these movies is like, what are you trying to set up right now? They did try setting up something obviously with the rings and it sent out a signal, but we have no idea what that means, and they haven't even touched base on anything otherworldly coming yet in any other movie, like or show. So I would put it above Ragnarok for you, because I would much rather watch Shang-Chi than Iron Man. That's for dang sure. But would you much rather? Okay, what's that? What is that? Is that? I would put it above Spider-Man, maybe.
And we do got to wrap things up here soon, but
very soon, yeah. Jeez,
I guess I would move it there if we have to.
Would you put it? I would put it above Homecoming, or Homecoming.
I would too.
Like, but I just have a nostalgia for Captain America, and that first movie was. I didn't find like any flaws with that Captain America movie. So
okay, let's do our final run through of our tier list before we close out the show. We'll run through everything real quick if we want to change the order up just slightly. And guys, if you're watching live, let us know in the comments. Fire in your comments if we need to move anything. And then if you're watching on the replay, shoot in your comments too. Let us know your thoughts. Maybe even drop a link to your own tier list and we'll check it out. But all right, how are we feeling about it so far? I'm feeling pretty good. It's not my tier list and it's not your tier list. It is our tier list, and I'm feeling pretty good about it for the most part.
For us, yes, I think that this is as best as we can do. But
I think we did pretty good at compromising.
I still would put No Way Home above Civil War. Like, I just love that. Like, it was so nostalgic for me to just see everybody in there. And the hype coming up to that movie was like the most hype I've seen since Infinity War. It was hyped AF. Like, everyone was trying to get leaks, and it was leaks all in rumors, and no one actually knew if they were in it, but like we thought they were in it. And it was such a fun thing for me to go through for No Way Home, much more than Civil War, way more than Civil War. And then when I watched it, it was much more satisfying than Civil War for me.
Okay, what about this?
That's extreme.
What about that?
That is extreme. There's no way Civil War is better than Infinity War. There's no way.
There's a way. Oh, there's a way.
Dude, Infinity War was like the best Marvel movie. There's no way.
You were saying that No Way Home was a little bit ago.
No, I was saying it's way better than Civil War. Yeah, for sure.
But you also said it was number 1 at one point.
Okay, but that was like 10 minutes ago. Okay, 20 minutes ago. All right. No, Infinity War, I'm sticking by it, is always the best one for me. If you disagree, we could move it. You clearly have an issue with it, but yeah, for me, Infinity War is like
No,
top tier.
I could get behind. I can get behind Infinity War. I'm having a tough time moving Civil War though, because to me, Civil War is the best movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, but it was Civil War and it was all the heroes fighting each other, so I knew none of them were gonna kill each other. Like, it wasn't like I was worried about someone dying. The worst thing that happened was Rhodes falling from the sky and breaking his back.
Okay.
But in this one, Aunt May died. Like, you kind of had no idea what was going to go on. And then he had to wipe everyone's memory. I don't know. And there's a lot of plot holes. I'll take
I'll
it.
make
If you
that
want to put
sacrifice. I'm
if
gonna
you wanna
make
put
that
Civil War-
sacrifice for you. I'm gonna make
If you
that
wanna put-
sacrifice for you.
I
We
actually
need to
agree
move
with you, though.
Shang-Chi up. We need to move what? Agree with me with what?
Civil War.
What?
I think. Well, there were so many plot holes with Spider-Man No Way Home. It was annoying, and I enjoyed
my
it.
gosh,
But like,
Jake.
listen, you're trying to do this with me. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things. Okay, leave it. Move Shang-Chi up. Move it to where you want to be. Then.
Wait, but now you're saying that this works.
I don't really believe it, but I'm
You
on the
just
fence
did.
about it.
You're going
No, I'm
back
just-
and forth.
I
Why
know, I'm
won't
on
the
the
chat help
fence.
us? Why won't you guys help us?
Someone answer us.
You were
Okay.
helping earlier. Help us decide.
Okay,
Good-
I would leave
good
it. I
lord,
would leave it.
people.
And Shang-Chi, wherever you want to move it, is not better than the first Captain America movie for
Wait,
sure.
would you leave it, Jake? No Way Home? You'd leave it where it is?
Like right there, or I'm on the fence. I'll leave it wherever it is. Honestly, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough. I'll leave it and move Shang-Chi up to great. I know you want to. I think Shang-Chi might be better than. I don't know if it is better than Guardians.
I think it is better than Guardians.
Okay.
Could we do this? What about this? Let's move Far From Home down here.
Okay. I'm down with that. If you want to put, I would be heartbreaking for you to put Shang-Chi in between the caps, but if you need to, if you need to, I would put. You know what? Let's do something crazy here. I would put Winter Soldier behind Shang-Chi.
Would you really?
Yeah, I like the first Captain America better.
Do you like Shang-Chi better than the Winter Soldier?
Absolutely not.
Then why are we moving it up?
Because you like it more. You want to put it in great, so I'm trying to compromise with you here.
I think it's a great movie.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
I love the action. I love the fighting in Shang-Chi. I love his fighting, and I love those action scenes, but I really don't like the story that much. I wish they gave us... I don't like the Flash.
I like the story.
I don't. I mean, it's just...
I like the family stuff.
Well, I wish we got way more. Like I said, I wish it was just like Shang-Chi as a kid, like growing up, and then having to deal with that. Like, yeah, I don't know. So, I'm not as big as a fan as Winter Soldier as I am with the first Cap, though. I could watch the first Cap way more. So, I'm down to compromise that for sure.
I just don't think Guardians is better than Shang-Chi.
So you want to put down in the good, switch them? Because I'm fine with that.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Wait, but is Far From Home better than Guardians?
To me, yes. But you brought up so many great points with Peter Quill. I really like
I know.
the
I kinda
comedy
wanna
and
leave
the
it.
team
I
up.
wanna leave it.
I think that's fine. I think that's fine.
Well, I don't like where Civil War is. I'll tell you that.
You can put Civil War. I'm like on the fence about it. It's really tough to decide. I mean, I love No Way Home.
I do too.
I watched it 5
it's
times in
a
the theater. I
it's a little more
pre-ordered it.
it's a little more convoluted than Civil War though.
There's a lot more plot holes in No Way Home than Civil War 2. So
Some might say that there's more plot holes in Infinity War as well.
like who? That movie is flawless. That movie is
I think it's
perfect.
really good.
I think Infinity War is the best movie they ever did. I'm fine with this. If you want to move Civil War, go for it, man. That's on you.
I think this is the best we're gonna get. Actually,
Haters gonna hate.
yeah.
And
I'm
by the
liking
way,
I'm like,
by the way, yeah, Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness goes into just bad. Thor
yes,
Ragnarok.
it does. It really does.
Thor Ragnarok for me goes into just bad.
Wait,
and-
Ragnarok? No, you don't mean
I'm sorry,
Ragnarok.
Thor Love and Thunder goes into just bad.
You
Talk
didn't
about
even see it.
TT.
You didn't even see it.
Oh, I've seen enough.
Oh,
I
boy.
walked out.
No way.
I went to see it yesterday. I walked out.
No way.
Got my money back. I was like, it was like 30 minutes, 45 minutes in, an hour in. And I was like, I'm not watching the rest of this movie. And they gave me like a voucher to come back. And I was like, yeah, I can't. I just can't.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
No joke.
Yeah. No joke.
100%.
100%. 1,000 people.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. I just knew I wasn't going to like it. I tried it for everyone. And I was like, this is not, like, I just can't.
Okay.
I just can't. Yeah. It was too much.
I
It was too
respect
much.
it. I respect it.
I respect the people that enjoyed it, that can sit through that and say that they liked it. Good for you. But I just couldn't. Yeah. It was way too much of a jokey. Taika Waititi was off the rails. It just, I don't know. The goats were so annoying. I tried to get through that, and the second time they did it, I was done. It's like, I don't need this 8 more times. Just left. Yeah.
All right. Well, there it is, guys. That is our final tier list for the Marvel movies. Let us know how you enjoyed this episode. I thought it was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, blast. I mean, it was an hour and 50 minutes long, pretty much, so it was a great time. A lot of debating. It's hard to figure out.
It was.
And
I know.
I could debate this for another hour with you, honestly,
funny
trying to figure out where.
At first, too, I thought we were like going through it really fast, and then it got more and more difficult. At first, I was like, oh, we're almost done.
I know, 30 minutes in.
Yeah, first 15, 30 minutes, I was like, wow, we're almost done. And
I was like, we're not. We have so much longer, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was good. It was a lot of fun. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do more of these tier list episodes. I think I would like to do one for Star Wars and some other things too. We could also do it for shows or just about anything. So
honestly, we should do like a Marvel show versus Star Wars show and see which one ranks higher. That's what we should do.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be tough.
Yeah.
That'd be tough.
Sure. It would be.
We'll do that at the end of the year when more Star Wars shows come out, so we have more to compare to. Yeah.
Maybe that's how we should do our 2022 or our 2022 like recap.
Oh, who did best? DC, Marvel, or Star Wars?
Yeah, or just like best of 2022. We
tier list it. Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
All right,
brother.
What do we got going on next week? I guess maybe another tier list. We'll see.
Maybe another tier list, but there's going to be a bunch of news coming out this weekend.
Okay.
Obviously, there's San Diego Comic-Con going on. It starts tomorrow. There's already been stuff going on today, so it's going to be exciting this weekend. I'm going to be tuning in all weekend, trying to get the news for everybody here, so I can come back, chat about it, let you know what's been crack-a-lacking over at Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. So that'll be fun. It's going to be a fun weekend, I think. So next week, hopefully we can kind of run through things. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of trailers. We got to watch the Andor trailer still. We haven't watched that. So
okay, we'll do that soon.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it right after we get off here for sure. Yeah, we'll probably do it on our own time, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we've been playing a lot of Fall Guys on the channel. That's been fun. Like just having like, you know, open talk, a lot of banter going on. Ryan's he has a soundboard, so he's been doing like a bunch of funny sound bites as we play. It's been good. It's been a fun time. Got the family on there, but yeah, been playing a lot of Fall Guys lately. Still need to get Jake on there, hopefully soon. So you guys can expect more game streams coming up, streaming some more games. And yeah, like Jake was saying, hopefully we'll have like a main topic. We can review some movie or TV show news next week, but it sounds like we're gonna have at least one main topic, if not a few. So that'll be
we
good.
might even have a couple of different shows. Who knows? Because we got a lot of different topics to go over. So it's up to Dom, though. It's up to Dom. Talk to the boss. It's not me.
No, we'll decide. We'll decide together. Well, all right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks, Jake, as always.
Heck yeah. Thank you, brother. I had so much fun. So appreciate it.
Me too. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.